Hello darlings, and welcome to another video. This is my favorite video to make. It is my recap of the Princess Half Marathon 2016. So this is coming out a little bit later than when I put my vlog out. I wanted you guys to see that because I actually had a lot of footage, and trying to make that all in one, it would have been a really long video, and I really wanted to make this video a reasonable amount, and then that way, you know, it's not 30 minutes long. But anyway, so this is my recap of what went down at the race, and I am so excited to have been able to participate this year in the Glass Slipper Challenge. And the Glass Slipper Challenge is 19.3 magical miles. It is a 10K on Saturday and a half on Sunday, which is hard but super amazing. So this is the second one that I have competed in. And by competed, I mean there's no competition because everybody's running for fun.
By the way, this is what I'm drinking tonight. It's water. We went to P.F. Chang's and I could literally feel like the salt in my veins, so. H2O, baby. It was good.
This is my third race recap. My first one I will link below. My second one I will link below. And then this one. So I wanted to talk to you guys about what happened at the Expo, and we had a meetup finally, and the races. So first of all, let's talk about the Expo. So I was so excited about this entire race weekend because it was Ariel themed. Last year it was Frozen themed, and this year it was Ariel themed. Now, I have had very good luck with my hair these past 2 years. So I had bleached my hair and gotten really long extensions for like before I even knew that the race last year was going to be Elsa themed, like Frozen themed. And I was so excited because I was like, oh, that's amazing. I have to be Elsa. Well, you all know that I had like a flu and it was like freezing cold and I didn't prepare for that. So I didn't end up getting to even dress like Elsa, but I was like super excited that my hair was blonde. So I had dyed my hair red, and I did not find out that it was Little Mermaid themed until after my hair was red. When I found out that it was Little Mermaid themed, I about dropped to the floor. I was like, oh my gosh, amazing. So I knew that I was going to be Ariel for the 10K and the Princess Half, and I wanted to do something kind of fun for the Expo. So I actually got this green pencil skirt and this little purple crop top, which I'll have like a picture somewhere on here. And it was the funnest outfit I think I've done. I have my starfish. I love these little starfish clips. I wear them almost every day. I just love them so much. But I had my starfish clips in, and I had my long extensions in, and I just felt so like Princess Ariel, like I guess. And it was so much fun. I love doing things like that. I am super ridiculous. You guys know that about me, and I embrace the ridiculousness. So we went to the Expo. And there was tons of stuff. First of all, we had to go to Raw Threads, and Jack, who you guys have seen in the video, she is amazing, and she was running the 10K with me on Saturday. She loves Raw Threads just as much as I do. So we had to stop there. She ended up getting 3 shirts. The shirt that I wanted to get, they didn't have. So I was like, well, I'll just buy it online. Like, that's totally fine. But she ended up getting 3 shirts. And then we went and we walked around the Expo. And of course we went to Sparkle Athletic, and I needed a visor because the races, the sun will come out and it is so hot. I mean, I know that because I live in Florida, but I was like, I need a visor because my purple visor that I got from the Wine and Dine has like saved me on almost all of my runs. So I wanted to get a red one to kind of match the outfit because of my red hair. So I got the red visor, and then we just kind of walked around, and Jack wanted all the shirts, and Bryce didn't really feel well, so that was really hard. But it was really good to like walk around the Expo, and I ended up meeting like 3 of you at the Expo, which was so amazing. And I just love when I get to see people and they come up to me and they're like, Sara. And for me, it's one of the coolest experiences. Like, I literally walk with like my head in the clouds most of the time, and I don't even notice anything around me. It's really terrible. But when people will say my name, I look, and if it's someone I don't know, I know that it's someone that is watching YouTube, and I'm like, oh my God, you guys are amazing. I love this. And I think that I like geek out so much. I mean, if you've met me before and I'm like, hi, and I look terrifying, it's because I'm like, oh my God, yay, because I love getting to meet you guys. So if you guys ever see me at any of the runs, please come up to me, because I love talking to you and meeting you. It's like one of my favorite things to do. So anyway, so we went to the expo, and I wanted to show you guys what I got from the expo, and then we'll move on with the rest of the weekend. But first of all, let's go ahead and talk about the shirts that you get. So you get 3 shirts if you do the glass slipper challenge. You get the glass slipper shirt, the 10K shirt, and the half shirt. Now, my 10K shirt is in the wash because it's my favorite. I will be honest with you, it's my favorite shirt. And the reason why, I think, is because it's like really pretty, like sea foamy green, and it has like 10K on it with a seashell. It's so beautiful. I love it. So anyway, that's I don't have it, and I'm sorry. But here is the half shirt. This is actually Bryce's shirt. So it is like a cranberry color, kind of like a maroony cranberry, and it says Princess Half Marathon, and I love it. It was really interesting to me because I didn't know what colors they were actually going to go with for all of this stuff because of the princess theme. I was like, are they going to do green and purple and red? Or are they going to do like, you know, whatever? But they did like a seafoam green and then a cranberry color. And then I was really excited about the glass slipper shirt because it's black. So it says glass slipper challenge. And it has like the pretty blue glass slipper on it, pink rating, purple rating, like my favorite colors. Then I never buy these shirts, y'all. I never do. I don't ever buy these kind of shirts, but I really like this shirt, and I was like, I want something that says that I did the glass slipper challenge. So I got this, and it says, I did it. 19.3 miles. And then the cool part about this shirt is that on the back, it actually has the races that you run. So like this one, I don't know if this is even filming it. If I'm not getting this, guys, I'm real sorry. So like the black or like navy blue around Epcot is your 10K. And then it shows like the start at Epcot all the way, Magic Kingdom, all the way down into Epcot as your half. And it's really cool. Bryce was like, you need to get that because it has like what you run. And I'm like, oh, that's true. That's kind of fun. And then this is my visor from Sparkle Athletic. So if you guys, I will link below my Sparkle Athletic and Raw Threads and Sweaty Band video below. You guys know how much I love them. They're amazing. And I don't have it because it's on my phone, which is what I'm using to record this. I was tagged in a Sparkle Athletic photo for the weekend, and I screamed in my car. We were like in Perkins, like right after the 10K, and I had posted a picture of like with my medal or whatever, and I'll like put that in here. And I'll put the picture, that's what I'll do. I'll put the picture that they actually like posted, and I'm like in the picture, and I screamed. I was like, oh my God, I'm in Sparkle Athletic photo! Yeah! Because I just love them so much. I fangirl for them. I love you guys. I don't know if any of you watch these videos, but if you do, I love you. Moving right along. This was my favorite purchase of the entire weekend because it is my jacket. So last year I got a jacket, and it was black, and it's a Champion jacket, and it's kind of like not foamy, it's just like a thicker jacket. And it says, we'll run for tiaras. Now they made a glass slipper one of those, and it said, have you seen my glass slipper? And they ran out of them before I could get to the expo. Because we usually go to the expo like late on like Friday. Like we usually get, well, not late, but like mid-afternoon on Friday, and it opens up on Thursday morning. So everything was gone, which was really sad. I was very sad about that. But I was on Instagram, and I saw this like, I was just looking at the hashtag for like glass slipper challenge, and people were like going crazy over these jackets. And I was like, oh, those jackets are so pretty. And I told my friend Christian, who is also in my videos, you guys have seen him before. We actually stayed at his house on Thursday night. And I was like, I need to get up early, and I need to get this jacket because I will cut someone if I do not get this jacket. Accurate. So when we went there, we got to the expo at 8:30 in the morning because Jack was meeting us up there. And I was like, I want to go early. I want to get it out of the way because I want a jacket. So Bryce, my loving husband, happily obliged because he's wonderful. And we ended up getting up early, and I got my jacket. I saw it, I ran to it. Guys, I ran. So this is the jacket. It says princess up, like batter up, princess up. And has a little crayon. And then on the front, it says 2016 Princess Half Marathon. And it is a champion jacket, but like, look at the color. It's so pretty. And I don't know if you guys can like see this pattern. It kind of reminds me of like the Epcot ball. Like, I feel like that's what it looks like. But then it's quilted. So like the inside is really thin. You guys can see it's like thin, but it's like breathable. It has pockets, they're reflective. And then this is like a fleecy. And I don't know, it's so interesting. It like warms the central part of your body. I don't know. I love it. I ran my entire half in this jacket. My entire half in that jacket. And I wasn't like profusely sweating. It's just the best jacket ever. So kudos to Disney because I love that jacket so much. So much. So that's all my stuff that I got at the expo. Oh, and I got a coffee mug. But that's in the dishwasher. I'm like not prepared, y'all. That coffee mug will debut. It'll debut. Don't even worry. Don't worry. The next day was the 10K. So we got up and I love that 10K. It's one of my favorite. You like run, the first 3 miles are the hardest because you are just like running on pavement. But then in mile 3, you actually get to go into Epcot and it's so incredible. I love it so much. And then you go through like the boardwalk and like all that stuff. So I just love that. That 10K is my favorite. The mini 10K and then the princess 10K are the same. So I got to run that in January and in February. But I ran that with Jack for the beginning part. We ended up parting ways right at the end and I was really mad at her for doing it. So Jack, if you're watching this, I was really upset that you did that. And she made me leave her. I didn't want to. I did not want to. And then she ended up being like 200 feet behind me the whole time. It was just, I couldn't even handle it. Then we ended up going to Perkins and I ate all the breakfast potatoes because I love breakfast potatoes and I was like, carbohydrates in my mouth. That day was when we went to the Meetup. So we had a darling meetup at the Starbucks in downtown Disney. Or Disney Springs, but you know you're gonna hear me say downtown Disney because I've said that my whole life. So there was a meetup in Disney Springs at the Starbucks and it was so awesome. I got to meet 3 of you that were there and then their families came and it was amazing. It was so much fun. And shout out to everybody. I love you. And it was amazing. So Bryce ran the half with me this year. And I was really nervous, guys. You guys remember that I got hurt last year. Like I was hurt last year at mile 12. I wanted to give up. Mile 9 and miles 8 and 9 were like hell. And I was like, I hate this. Like I remember finishing that race and I don't know if I put this on my vlog, but I remember finishing that race and being like, I'm not doing this ever again. Nope. And like every runner says that and then like you sign up like 5 days later or whenever the next race sign up is. But I was literally like, nope, I'm not doing this again. This was awful. I can't even handle it. But so I was a little nervous this year and we actually had to be in like a farther back corral because of a bib mix up. So it was one of those things where I was like, oh my God, we're like in a farther back corral. I'm so nervous that we're not gonna have enough time. Holy crap, have I trained? Am I sore? Like all these things are like in my mind. I don't know about you guys. I get really nervous before races. Like most people are like, yeah, let's go have fun. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I wasn't even, for my first half, I wasn't as nervous as I usually am when I go run. So I don't know. It's like a backwards progression. So we went and it was so funny. We were like in LMNOP. Yeah, we were at N. So there's O and P and those are the last 2, but we were in N. And we're like trying to like get up into the front of the corral, like doing a weavy motion and whatever. So we get up there, we're starting, we're going strong, it's good. And, I instantly, probably half a mile in, I had to pee like really bad. And I was so upset. I was like, I just peed. I cannot do this. So I was like contemplating like going and running off in the woods and like, cause I don't even care, y'all. I'm like, I don't even care. Like, I am running. I don't have time to go wait in line at a porta potty. I will either pee my pants or I will go over and I will pee somewhere else. I know that's a lot of information, but that's the way it goes down, Run Darling style. And so I instantly am like, I need to sweat. Like, I just need to sweat. So I kept my jacket on. I was supposed to give my jacket to Christian and Jack when we went to Magic Kingdom, and I had that feeling that I had to pee all the way to mile 6. And I was like, this is awful. Now, let's just pause for a moment. Now, if you guys ran this race, this was like the worst smelling porta potties I have ever smelled in my entire life. Like, it was bad. I don't know if they didn't clean them out. I don't know what happened. And I know this is like a really rank conversation, but if you guys were there, oh my God, like anytime a porta potty was coming up, I was like, oh, I can't even breathe. I can't even breathe. All of this like poop is filling my nostrils and it's nasty. It was so bad. So I digress, but that's why I like would not go in a porta potty because I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. And just all of this, I just can't even handle it. So we went past the Magic Kingdom and I'm like feeling really good. I was like, my pace was like on point. And, you know, it wasn't like amazing, but my pace was like on point. We were pretty much trending around like 12:29. So I was like, all right, I can do this. And so we were going and, or maybe it was 13. I don't know. We were somewhere up in there because we were taking our time. Like we would run and then we would kind of walk. And plus this race is so congested, which is why I like to be in the farther up corrals. So confession time. I was like, what's the word? So when you go in a race, the first time that you are ever in a half marathon, especially like Disney or anywhere, really anywhere, there is a runner side and a walker side. It's almost like traffic, right? So like the left lane is the fast lane, and then the right lane is the slower lane, and you shouldn't have to pass in the right to get into the left. It's just, you know, life. So we're running and I'm like doing my best. Like when me and Bryce, like, no, like if we're running, we're in the left. If we're about to walk, we gradually move over and we get into the very, I mean, like we're touching the grass and we walk, and we don't even walk slow, but that's just like the way that we do it. And most people don't know that. Like when I ran my first half, I had no idea. That there was that existed. And people would bump into me and I'm like, why are people bumping into me? This is getting really ridiculous. So we're running in Magic Kingdom and it's like, we're past, if you guys have ever done this race, if you haven't, it's totally fine, visual picture. So where Tomorrowland is, right, there's like an entrance into Tomorrowland and it like curves around and it goes into Fantasyland. So we're like by the Mad Teacup Party, by like the spinning teacups. And there's a bathroom. And there's a bathroom and then there's the White Rabbit if you want to take a picture. So there's like two things over here. And I'm running and I'm going, right? Because we know that once we get through the castle, it's like walk time. Like you take that in, you take the castle in, plus it's really crowded and you can't even run through there. So we try and make up our time through that area so that we can like, you know, walk and not worry. So I'm going and everybody's going at a good pace. And then all of a sudden these people literally stop in front of me. I mean, like, not even like kind of walk, like they stop in front of me because they're trying to see what they want to do. And it's so dangerous to do that. Like if a runner is running, do not stop. And so I almost smacked into them. Like this lady looked at me like a deer in the headlights and I literally was like, move, please. Like I had to remember please on the end because I was trying not to be snippy, but I was a little snippy because I was like, please don't break my legs. I really want to finish this race. So I felt really bad, right? And then as we're running even more, like kind of there's like a few miles, like 7 and 8 are so crowded. Like you're on a sidewalk and people are walking, and I totally get that. And runners are kind of trying to run on the grass and there's like divots in the grass and it's really unsafe. And so, you know, saying like, excuse me. And like, I'm usually out of breath. So my excuse me's kind of come off a little short. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel like a total jerk right now, but I'm not trying to be a jerk. I just really don't want to get picked up. So I think that like my fear kind of made me a little bit sassy, and I wasn't trying to be sassy. So there's my confession time. But anyway, so we rounded the bout, like we went all through Magic Kingdom. It was amazing. Like it was great. My pee ended up not stopping, like it stopped at mile 7. I was like, oh, I don't have to pee anymore. Yeah, sweat it all out. So I knew mile 8 was coming up, and mile 8 is kind of when you leave Magic Kingdom, right? It's like where you leave Magic Kingdom, and there's a Bugs Life sign. And I told everybody that I met this weekend that has never run this race, I'm like, when you see a Bugs Life sign, you're gonna be like, dang it. You're gonna think of me and be like, this is the mile that she's talking about. So a Bugs Life sign came up, and I'm like doing good, guys. Like I was like, I feel good. Like we've paced ourselves. Like I'm doing good. I'm not worried about anything, and nothing hurt on me. It only started to hurt when I walked. So I just kept running. Like we would walk for like 5 seconds, and then I'm like, I hurt, so we need to keep going because I want to finish the race. So we go through 8 and 9, and it's just kind of like, okay. And like 9, right? 9 is my whole mile, guys. And I'm like, where is it? Where's the pain? What's happening? And it was like, okay. And so I started to tear up, right? So I'm running, and I'm like, we're doing good. Like we're doing good. And it was unbelievable to me that we're like keeping this like 12:45, 12:50, 13-minute pace. And I started to tear up, and Bryce was like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm really good. Like this is the best I've ever ran. I feel so strong right now. Like I feel like I'm gonna finish this freaking race like with my head held high and no injuries, and totally different from last year. And I see there's like an overpass, and I see mile 10. I know the mile 10 sign, and I'm like, oh my God, this is almost done. And so we start running a little faster, and I'm like, I just want to make it to mile 10 and just like bask in the fact that I am in mile 10. So we hit mile 10, and I think I screamed the loudest. Like I was like, yeah, everyone, we've got a 5K left. Wow. So then mile 10 is where you actually go on a ramp. Now those ramps, they're not fun for anyone. They're not fun. They're not fun. You go up a ramp, and I'm not running, I'm walking. I don't run up ramps. So it's like you walk, and then you run, and then you walk, and then you run. Because there's like 3 hills that you go over. And by the time that you even really realize it, you're in Epcot. And when you get into Epcot, it's mile 12, and you're like, oh my God, I am almost done. So we were running, and like we stopped to take a picture at the ball, and I was like, oh my God, I feel so good. Like I'm gonna finish this race. I'm gonna eat a banana. I'm gonna be a happy little girl. And we did it. Like we saw the finish line. Me and Bryce like held hands, like from like halfway to getting into the finish line, we like held hands and ran through that finish line, and we got sprinkled. I made them sprinkle glitter on him. I'm like,
you need to stand here and have them sprinkle glitter on you because it's part of the experience.
Got our medals. I ended up getting, oh, by the way, I ended up drinking Powerade the last 2 miles because they water it down, and I didn't even know that they did that, and it helped like a lot, which was really interesting. So I ended up getting Powerade and water, and I got like 5 bananas. Like you're only supposed to really have one, and I was like, can I just, I'm just gonna do this. And just like left. And they were totally fine with it because they have like a mound of bananas. So we met Jack and Christian, and it was so good. Like it was so amazing and like fulfilling. And when I went through the glass slipper line, they did not double guess me, because last year they double guessed me. They were like, you don't look like that. And I'm like, I know I don't look like that because I have extensions in my hair and false eyelashes. This year I ended up wearing my extensions like a ponytail because, you know, fashion over function, y'all. I told you every time. I wasn't sick this year. Like it was amazing. It was a really, really, really awesome race, and I am so excited about next year. And I know like a lot of you are going to be doing it next year. And if you are watching this and you have never ever thought you could ever do anything like this, please come do the Princess. Even if it's a 5K, even if it's a 10K, even if it's a half. You know, I say even like it's like that's what happens when you become a runner. You're like 3 miles, psh, 6 miles, psh. It's really weird, but it's such an accomplishment to even do 1 mile. And the thing is that it is so much fun. Like if you ever wanted to do a half marathon and you're like, I don't know, please please do the princess. It is so much fun. It is all these, like, it's so many women like banded together, and the men that are there are always awesome, and they're so funny. This one guy like ran with a glass slipper, which was like so cute, and it's just so much fun. It's just fun. And I know I've been saying fun, but it is. It really is amazing. And if you guys are like, oh, I don't know if I could do one, I know the Star Wars one is still going on, and that's in April. So if you feel like, hey, I could totally go out there and run a half marathon, do it. Otherwise, start training. I think signups for the princess are in July, and do it. It's so amazing. It's just like the best. It's the best feeling. It really is. It's like you go out there and you just tackle it. You know, when they give you that medal, you're like, oh my gosh, I did that. I love Disney so much. I love it so much. And I love these runs because I get to go, and I love to meet you guys. And please, 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 if you guys ever see me, please say hello. I love it. I just love meeting all of you and getting to see you and giving you hugs. And you guys are my inspiration. You are so inspiring to me. I love hearing all your stories and hearing, you know, all of your fitness journeys, and hearing that you're running races for the first time. And I hope you guys love them. Like, I hope you have really good experiences, because that's all I would ever want for you, because they are so much fun and they are so amazing. And if there's anything I can ever do for any of you, please let me know. You can direct message me on my Facebook. I'm just facebook.com/rundarling. You can message me on Instagram. I'm at rundarling. Twitter is like super weird because sometimes I check it and sometimes like my notifications don't come through. I don't know. Anyway, but Twitter, I'm at rundarling3. And you guys can absolutely talk to me anywhere, because I love hearing from you, and I love hearing all of your stories, and know that you are beautiful and wonderful, and you can do anything you want. It doesn't matter. You can do anything you want. Anything you put your mind to, you can do. And I know that because I did it, and I never thought I would ever be a runner. I got made fun of when I was in 6th grade for how I ran. I remember that. Words hurt, guys. I remember that. And I never thought I'd be a runner, and I am. And it's amazing. And you guys can be whatever you want to be. If you want to be a runner, if you want to be a cyclist, if you want to be a dancer, if you want to be a kick butt person, you know, you can be anything you want to be. And that's the way it goes. So I love you very much. I'm sorry if this video is long, but I like talking to you guys, and I hope you like listening and talking back. You can totally talk to the computer screen. I wish I could like hear it, but you know, I can't. Wah wah. So I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later, and I will see you in my next video. Run, darling, run. Bye.